Okay, good day, learners. Still on crop propagation. Today we shall be looking at advantages and disadvantages of methods of crop propagation. At the end of this lesson, students should be able to explain at least 4 advantages and disadvantages of sexual crop propagation, explain at least 4 advantages and disadvantages of asexual crop propagation, then explain at least 5 differences between sexual crop propagation and asexual crop propagation. Advantages of sexual propagation. Seeds are easy and convenient to handle. The seeds used in this method of propagation, they are easy and convenient to handle. They are not bulky. Seed can be packaged in a nylon. Better varieties can be obtained. Remember, in asexual crop propagation, the offspring has no difference from the parent. But in sexual crop propagation, because pollination is involved, there is a room to have different varieties of that crop. Seed are relatively cheaper. Crops grown from seed live longer than those propagated asexually. Disadvantages of sexual propagation. Growth is slow compared to asexual. Seedless crops cannot be propagated. Crops without seeds can be propagated. One of the major advantages of asexual crop propagation is that crops that cannot produce seeds, or they produce seeds and the seeds are sterile, they're not viable, can be propagated. But in asexual propagation, seedless crops cannot be propagated. Crops produced from seeds are poorly adapted. They can't adapt to the environment quickly or easily. Crops are not uniformly established as fast as possible compared to asexual propagation. Now let's look at the advantages of asexual propagation. Fast maturation of plants. Seedless crops can be propagated, just like I said before. Agents of pollination are not necessary. In sexual propagation, agents of pollination are necessary. Very necessary, because we use flowers. Flowers cannot produce seeds without pollination. Agent of pollination, we can have wind, insects, and human being also can be agent of pollination. In this, they are not necessary. New plants readily adapt to the environment. Plants are true to type and uniform in quality because there may not be cross-pollination. No cross-pollination. We can't have a different variety from the parent plant. It is a means of preventing defect or soil condition. Correct. Just like in grafting, you may have citrus, meaning orange, that is very sweet, but cannot resist soil-borne diseases. And you may have another one that can resist soil-borne diseases, but it's not sweet. So you have a good quality from this and a good quality from this. The one with sweet orange may be the Siam, and the one with resistance to soil-borne diseases may be the stalk. You bring the two together and you have a perfect plant. Okay. Now let's look at disadvantages of asexual propagation. It requires special skills, expertise. I told you that most of the asexual propagation involves human expertise. Is it in budding? Is it in layering? Is it in grafting? It requires special skills or expertise. Vegetative parts are generally bulky, hence it makes transportation, storage, procurement difficult. Planting materials may transmit disease pathogens. Very true. Vegetative materials are costly, especially tree crops. New varieties of crops are not produced, unlike sexual propagation, where cross-pollination can take place. Production of plants with reduced longevity and vigor. We explain one of the advantages of sexual propagation is that the new plants can stay longer compared to crops that are propagated through asexual method of propagation. Okay, let's look at differences between sexual and asexual propagation. In sexual propagation, propagation is carried out by planting of seed, while in asexual propagation, propagation is carried out without seed. In asexual, production of plants with high vigor, increase of longevity. For this place, production of plant will reduce longevity and vigor. Production of plant with high hybrid vigor. Production of plant will reduce hybrid vigor. Seedlings may not breed true type in sexual propagation, but in asexual propagation, seedlings are usually true type. Cross-pollination leading to cross-fertilization, hence hybridization may occur. That is in sexual propagation. But in asexual propagation, cross-pollination does not take place, hence no hybridization. That is no cross-fertilization. With this, I probably ask you to do this assessment for me. Write 4 differences between sexual and asexual propagation. Have a good day. Thank you for being part of this class. You're welcome.